Good morning, Facebook. Well, it's Monday, January 23rd, and the government shutdown is over. Yay! Washington, D.C. is open again. Still trying to decide if that's a good or bad thing. Anyway, what I really wanted to talk about is who is going to truly get the blame for this? Whose fault is it that the government shut down for the weekend? This is being called, it's a Trump shutdown, it's a Schumer shutdown, it's a Democrat shutdown, it's a Republican shutdown. And all of that is true to a point, but this shutdown doesn't belong to any one person or party. This was a government shutdown. It is all inclusive. Republicans, Democrats, the president, everyone shares blame in this. This was a government shutdown because all three parties, the president and the two political parties as well as their leaders, are complicit in allowing the United States government to run out of money and shut down for the weekend. And this is why I say this. The GOP, in putting language or putting funding in the CR for Trump's wall, this fantasy that many of his supporters are drooling over, they knew that the Democrats were not going to go for that. They knew the Democrats would not vote for this. And they did this on purpose so they could come back and say, look, the Democrats favored illegal immigrants over the military or over American citizens, blah, 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 blah. Insert campaign slogan / commercial here. What the Republicans should have done to actually garner some real support would have been to simply craft a clean funding bill. Just funding. No wall, no riders, no pork, nothing extra. Just a funding bill. And then they could have come back and said, hey, look, we weren't playing games. All we want to do is fund the government, and the Democrats did not vote for it. Then that conversation actually has a little bit of merit. As it stands right now, it's a typical political game playing. Both parties do it, but the Republicans, in their sweep into power in 2010, supposedly knew better. They supposedly were going to do this better than the Democrats. Same game. Same game, different players. That's it. That's all the Republicans did there. As far as the Democrats go, they refuse to compromise on DACA. DACA does not expire until March 5th. There is time to negotiate this. There is time to craft a clean bill on DACA to come to a decision. They're playing the same games the Republicans are playing. When it came to DACA, or came to this continuing resolution without DACA, the Democrats are pointing at the GOP and they're saying, look, the Republicans do not care about children. They don't care about these poor people who left their country, came to ours, and are trying to make a better life for themselves. Look at these cold-hearted bastards in the Republican Party. No. They're playing the same game that the Republicans are playing. They inserted language, the DACA, into this continuing resolution, or they tried to. And when they were not successful, which they knew they wouldn't be, then they want to play the blame game. And again, nobody wins. The Democrats don't win. The Dreamers don't win. Nobody wins when they play these games. They crafted a clean bill to vote on DACA, and the Republicans shot it down, then they could have that conversation with the voters in September to November during heavy election season and say, look, we tried to help these people and the Republicans being the anti-immigrant party that they are, they shot it down. But they didn't do that. They tried to attach this to a bill that they knew it would not pass, and again, they're playing the same games that the GOP is playing, which a game that nobody wins, not even them. Now we come to Trump. Trump has gone back and forth. He's going to support DACA. He's not going to support it. He's gone back and forth, and he's not showing any kind of leadership. He's not taking a firm position, which only makes this negotiating process worse. If you don't have a point to stand on, if you don't have any firm position, how are you going to help your own party, and by extension the country, make a good decision on whatever issue you have? In this case, DACA. Trump needs to make up his mind and whether or not he is going to support this. If he's not going to support it, just say it. I'm not going to support it, and this is why. If you're going to support it, and let's bloody get this over with. Because there's no reason the United States government should be going through government shutdowns every 4 to 5 years because the parties are playing games and the president is playing games. This is absolutely ridiculous. A great solution to this would be to pass a budget instead of operating on these shoestrings called continuing resolutions. Get it together. Republicans, Democrats, Trump, all of you. Get it together. The country cannot afford for you to be playing games with our money, with people's lives, any of it. Do your job. Do what you were elected to do. Allegedly, the 535 of you who are up there are allegedly the best we have. The longer this goes on, the more I doubt